Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. You're here with me, Sarit and Stevie K. Okay, today we're watching Asian Paints Where the Heart Is Season 2 featuring Sushant Singh Rajput.
It's been requested. It was requested from quite a long time, and we keep on getting DMs and everything.
We had one yesterday. We
got
someone
a couple,
who tagged us in.
So I'm just going to mention two. I'm not going to go through a list of names, but Arya Hejdi and Sunil Nilumbar. They just said, look, you haven't done this yet. People have been asking you for ages.
Someone actually posted it in their story. And
I think it's Sunil Nilumbar. And basically going, look, we've been asking and it's for ages. You guys aren't doing it. Why are you avoiding it? So here it is. Okay, let's just check this out.
मुझे पता नहीं स्टार बनते कैसे और अगर बन जाए तो उसको बचा के कैसे रखते हैं तो मैं सोचता नहीं मैं सिर्फ स्टार्स देखता हूँ टेलीस्कोप से Hi, this is Sushant Singh Rajput. You're watching Asian Paints Where the Heart Is. Welcome to my home. Asian Paints Where the Heart Is. Welcome to my home. I remember when I was actually making the decision of getting this house. I was shooting for a film in Budapest and I saw the video from there, and from there I decided to get this house. And it was really waiting to get here to actually experience being in this house. So guys, this is my living room. So I define my living room as a time traveling room because there are different stories here, condensed in different forms, talking about different history, future, everything. These pictures here are very interesting, fascinating, ancient pictures. And if you look closely into any other picture, it actually tells you a completely old, fascinating story.
Love these art.
Guys, let me take you to a room where I actually think. Come. मेरे पास बहुत सारे इंटरेस्टिंग गुफ्तगू करने के लिए राइटर्स हैं जिन्होंने कुछ लिख दिए तो मैं पढ़ता रहता हूँ उनसे बात करता रहता हूँ. This is the study table and I like yellow. I love yellow. And that's why I wanted my study table to be yellow. And by the way, this is my time machine. This is the telescope called Mayari 600. And you can see Saturn rings, Jupiter moons, and actually different galaxies, Andromeda also, when the sky is clear. फज है जो मैं कैसा भी रहूं वो मुझे एक जैसा ही ट्रीट करता है तो फॉरएवरनेस की जो फीलिंग है वो रहती है इसके साथ. I remember when I was in like 3rd or 4th grade and we used to get these miniature cars in noodles man and I got this Maserati so I wanted to buy that car and finally got that car. So same color, blue. Well, it's still, the miniature is still with me and it still is very precious. So guys, let me take you over the moon, both literally and metaphorically. Are you ready? Those are pictures from NASA actually. So this is when I visited, I got myself a uniform by the way. I always wanted to be an astronaut and then I talked myself into becoming a pilot. Then I said, okay, engineer. And then I was confused, so I thought that let's be an actor and be everything. So this is the first dream. So one thing that I always dreamt to have at my place was a projector. Everything that I really like watching, playing, so I always wanted to buy this, and I got myself this. when I was thinking of doing the interior design of this place, so it was a mix of everything. So it wasn't to follow one or try इस तरीके का घर होना चाहिए ऐसा pattern follow करना है. जिस तरीके से मेरे दिमाग में thoughts आते रहते हैं, if you look around you get a feel of it. The kind of concoctions there in my mind, it's out there because it's just nothing. But yeah, it also everything. इस घर में बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो जुगाड़ से बनी हैं, बहुत पुरानी हैं और जोड़ के तोड़ के बनाई गई. तो मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है ऐसी चीज़ें जो जैसे मैं खुद भी मेरा करियर भी बड़ा जोड़ तोड़ के बनाया हुआ है तो मैं बहुत रिलेट कर सकता हूँ. So you want to know a little bit more about me? I've got options. I'll tell you. Wait. Hindi movies या world cinema? World cinema. Retro गाने या latest music? Retro गाने. Real life stories या science fiction? Science fiction. Actually, they are the same. Workout with Amir or reading, watching a movie with Nolan? Reading, watching a movie with Nolan, and then discussing and while working out with Amir Khan. Dal chawal ya salad? Dal chawal. Moon watching or sunrise? Moon watching. If SRK came to your house, which movie will you show him? My first film, because he had always been an inspiration, big inspiration. So I'll ask him to watch my first film, and then the second film, and then the rest of the films. You're watching Asian Paints Where the Heart Is. Welcome to my home.
It doesn't get easier, honestly, regardless of how you feel. What was beautiful was, like you see him on a screen watching a movie, he's always playing a character. Even though you hear his voice, it's not easy watching his films at the moment. Even though the films he makes are good, and you guys know that we've seen some just recently. But that when Dil Bajara came out, but what I wanted to say was, this was him. So he wasn't playing a character. This was him actually, showing a part of his life. Because we can only go by what we read or what people say, obviously not knowing, but this was him actually speaking and showing his world around him. I wished it was longer, to be honest, but it's just like his voice was him and his place was him, and it just showed even that much time though, there's so much you can learn about him. Not only that, he was very smart and intelligent. I mean, obviously everyone knows how good looking and talented he was. That he had the opportunity to become anything he truly wanted in life. He always had dreams, he always had goals. From astronaut to pilot.
So drawn to him, isn't it?
Yeah, but
something.
What I loved about him was, like he said, more or less like everything that he had in his home, it didn't have to go with a certain theme. It was just what he felt from it, like what it made him feel, kind of thing. But it was like, it was like, it's nothing, but it's everything. And that kind of thing that, like, everyone always, when they have their homes, they always want it to decorate it and make it a certain way, because you're always more or less thinking, पुराने होने हैं लोग होने हैं इदां लगे उन्होंने की कहना ये नहीं रख सकते वो नहीं रख सकते and you more or less creating your world around what you think other people might judge you by or what they want to see. Even your sofa, let's have a big sofa just in case we have so many people better get here, but he seemed like a person, it was like, from what you see is, I just want to get what brings me, makes me feel something that matters to me. And I'm sure people would have came and go, why you brought this for? And like, why it mattered to me? Why you got a bench there next to your table? Because I wanted it. It's why not? And that, I think, because each time we didn't get to see everything, but what you saw, you know, the room colours didn't match, the things that he had, they were all in different places, but still, you know what, he didn't look bad at all. It looked good that this person...
He just knew what he wanted, didn't he, in every aspect of life.
Yeah,
and he used to have like a 5-year plan of what he wanted to do, write it all out, and apparently he used to always complete it all. So
and then also like him saying he likes the retro, he likes the moon, and you know, and that, you know, he happily... Yeah, even though he said if you had a choice of Amir Khan, Body Workout, or Christopher Nolan, obviously his main thing is Christopher Nolan because he likes to read and he likes stories and stuff. It would be that, but he didn't like turn around and say not that, but we would probably talk about him. You know, and you can see that that humble, nice person. That I'm not putting anyone down because I'm not him, but this would be really what I would want. Yeah. And I like what I did like is the inspiration, because I don't know about other people, but I myself have been lost many times in life, as in what you like, because I always knew what I liked and loved and what I wanted, but you tend to be not just with family or relationships but with friends and everything. You try to start buying or listening or doing things that you think other people will want you to do, so you can fit in and be part of something. It took me a very long time to detach myself, to basically, because I did like old Hindi songs and everything like that. I liked old R&B, old soul. You know, it didn't matter if it was deep. You know, it was just so much different stuff. But others probably didn't. But I always looked at it like, you know, oh, I'm not gonna say what's your favourite music, and like, well, whatever right now that everyone's talking about. And the same with the movies. But now it is more or less like knowing what I like, doing what I want to do kind of thing. And it took a long time to be able to, because you get so lost in what is me and what is it that I've become because of others. And I don't know what his situation was, but I do feel that partly, you know, maybe he knew, a person who knew what he wanted and where he wanted to go, and you know how he was doing it, how he wanted his home. He wanted that home.
He was writing his own book as well, and the publishers have got in touch with his father, and asked whether they can publish it if they're happy with him to go ahead with it. But that's how much, like, you know, he.
But like, so he manifested in his life. He had that car, that miniature car,
yeah,
and he loved it that much that he bought it one day, and he still kept that there. And I liked that when he said the miniature car, because I used to collect Matchbox cars, and I said to Sri, I had the first ever copy, the first ever one of Spider-Man when it came out. My mum's friend brought it from Canada, I believe. And I also had the Matchbox cars of James Bond and you know, even Scooby-Doo and things like that, different things like that. But you know, which probably in this day and age would have been worth God knows how much money. But when we moved in, you know, growing up older, and you know, your parents turn around and go, "In Kentucky, Joy and like, you know, settle about it," and you're like, no, you know, you ain't a kid anymore, you don't need them. And then later on you're thinking, oh, collector's items. And even now I have got collector's items stored away, but they are movie figurines. But the only thing I was going to say was, he knew that he wanted that home. He said he was in Budapest, he wanted that place, he got it. And you know, every single thing, it just felt like when you're a person who knows what you want, and majority of the time you get that thing that you're capable, it's all in his hands, and you can see he'd done it himself.
People feared him so much.
But that's what I was going to say. But when you feel trapped, or you feel that someone else is dictating your life,
yeah,
or got a hold on you, yeah, and you can't make your own choices, your own decisions, where majority of the time that's what you've done growing up. This is my dream, this is what I want, that's my dream home, that's my dream car, that's my dream, you know, my job and stuff like that, and every single thing, and these are things how I want my house. And then if you end up getting people who come into your life who are going, you don't want that, you don't want to do that, you don't need that, you don't, all of a sudden you're not being you. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's hard to deal with that kind of thing. Yeah. But that, like I said, and like I said, I have been there. It's taken a lot to get out of that, because it does affect you mentally really badly. But his home just looked, all you can ever say is something like, well, he seems like such a wonderful person, you know, someone you would love to have been friends with, you know, you can go there and chat to, and he would have had a lot to talk about. Yeah. And, you know, for a person who reads loads of books, and you know what they will say about people who read loads of books, I mean, you know, he would have just been able to sit there and talk about the world and everything in it, and it's a shame, honestly. But thank you guys, thank you to everyone who actually wanted us to watch this. We really appreciate it. It's not easy, so it wasn't like we were trying to, weren't avoiding it because of him, we're avoiding because everything, it's each time it doesn't make it any easier trying to watch it, but we've done it now, so hope you guys like the video. Anyway guys, as always, just click on the like button, share it with people you know, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
Take care, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.